Gemini, welcome to your May soul session. I'm Princess India. If you're new, and if you're family, welcome back, my friend. If you're not familiar with what my soul sessions are, they are your spirituality as well as personal development readings in which we look at the energies you guys may encounter for said month for the sole purpose of giving you some insight, some guidance, some clarity, or whatever it is that you need, my friends. So anywho, 2 cards have already fallen out for you, my Gemini friend. So we have the Wheel of Fortune and we have the 5 of Pentacles. In BTW, I'm using the After Tarot. I don't read these in the reverse because the way that the author did the deck, it's technically already in the reverse. So if you see me turning cards over, like flipping them, don't freak out. But coming out of April into May, it's more or less you guys are coming into a new season in a new cycle. And it's beneficial to you. It's going to be beneficial to you. What this would be saying to me, Gemini, this actually aligns perfectly with the meta math for the month of May. And we talk about that in the Wokebook because just the number for the month of May this year. So it's in accordance of the, year number, which is 5. In this month, it's 10 that reduces to 1. And in the Wokebook for May, I have like a little spiel about it. I said it in the Taurus reading. It's something along the lines of, this month, I'm really going to butcher it. Hold on. I'm totally going to butcher it. It says, an epic turnaround, some are blessed while others chastised. Both are temporary as it rains on the just and the unjust in due season, is what it says. So pretty much what that's saying, you guys are very much in alignment with this, with the Wheel of Fortune kind of heading out you guys' energy. So it's more or less saying to me that in April, and this may even be longer standing than April, to be quite honest. This could go back to the beginning of 2021. It could even go as far back as the latter part of 2020. But it's more or less feeling, Gemini, that you guys have gotten the short end of the stick, if you will, or you've been feeling more or less kind of at the will of life, if you will, like things are just happening to you, kind of feeling on the bottom and things of the sort. But I feel the reason why things are shifting, it is a new energetic season for you guys, and it is like divine timing. So this is one of those things where this just naturally is your time. However, this 5 of Pentacles for me is highlighting you guys' strength. It's more or less you guys came to a place within yourself where it was no longer you waiting for someone to save you, and you decided to save yourself, but the journey has not been easy nonetheless. The next card that we have, okay, Gemini, y'all coming through all empowered and things this month, okay? We have the 4 of Cups. So with this 4 of Cups, Gemini, it's more or less a lot like I was saying with this 5 of Pentacles. Oh, hell, Gemini, y'all coming through fiery in the month of May. It's more or less, Gemini, you guys literally were in a stasis. And this is the thing that's interesting, because this shows clearly that Geminis have learned a very valuable spiritual lesson. So just kind of putting this all together, the next card that came out for you guys is the 7 of Wands. And I have a little heads up in reference to that when I get to it. But what this is looking like, Gemini, is you guys have been in a cycle where, like I said, you kind of felt like you had the short end of the stick. Things haven't really been working in your favor. And it could have felt a lot like life was happening to you as opposed to for you, right? So it's more or less kind of being in a state to where, like you're praying, you're hoping, you're like wanting things to change, and it's getting to like a place of frustration, but it's not seeing, which I think is dope. You guys, I don't feel saw. And if I were to give an example, it would be almost like a person being in a less than stellar situation in their life, and you were like praying, right? like, spirit, please change my situation, pull me out of the situation, like, you know, blah, 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 right? And you prayed and you prayed and you prayed and absolutely nothing happened, right? This is hypothetical. So you prayed and hoped and wished and, you know, manifested, set intentions, did a whole dream board, and nothing popped off. And you got to the end of yourself, got frustrated, and was like, bump this, I'm going to make something happen. But the thing that you guys didn't see is like, that's the thing that spirit was waiting for. Because of course, if we get into elements of like talking about free will and things of the sort, right? It's like we can have energetic seasons, we can have seasons of abundance and what have you. We can have opportunities that come our way. However, we can't really activate anything until we use our will, right? Just the same way that, you know, if you believe in angels, right? They, or ancestors, what have you, they can't intervene on your behalf until you use your will to give them permission to do so. Because if an angel were to, or an ancestor were to intervene on your behalf without you asking, that would be them violating your free will. So it's more or less you making this decision to stop waiting, which I'm also seeing in this Four of Cups, because it's almost like you guys having been in like an apathetic state where you're stuck between the past you left behind and wanting to be happy in the future, but not really knowing how to get there. So knowing that you can't go backwards and not knowing how to move forwards. And that's where you guys were kind of in this space where you were like praying or hoping for things to shift. And it's almost coming to the realization in the month of May that the shift that needed to take place was you making a choice. So you making the decision to pick yourself up by the bootstraps and move forward, kind of set everything into action. Now, with the Seven of Wands, the heads up that I would give with this is that you guys are coming into a place of being in an enviable position, if you will. So hey there, Subby. Princess India here. Sorry to, interrupt your soul session and me talking to you and with me talking to you again. But anywho, the reason why I'm sticking this cutaway into your soul session is because I wanted to tell you guys that I'm offering all of my subbies a free trial on my network. If you don't know what my network is, it is a social network that I built to help people find their tribe. And then we have a bunch of tribes over there, like Yoga Tribe, Finance Tribe. We have Starseed Tribe and things, you know what I'm saying? We do events, we do a whole bunch of stuff, But I wanted to offer you guys a free trial. The link is in the description box below, so feel free to check it out, my friend. It's no commitment, you don't have to join, but I just wanted to give everyone an opportunity to check it out. The link is in the description box below. Grab your free trial, my friend, and meet me over there. I'm gonna be quiet now and let you get back to your reading and stuff. So I'm not gonna say bye because it's just gonna be me again. So it's more or less you guys being above the fray. However, if we throw in the is not is paradigm here, the thing that's important to note is to not allow dark distractions to take you off of your molehill, if you will. So it's like you guys are in a place where you're above the fray, right? You're in a good position. But of course, and I don't know why I want to say this, but this could literally be something as simple as setting boundaries, right? So if you elected to start setting boundaries, and I tell this to my clients all the time, you are going to get backlash from everyone in your life when you start to set boundaries. Why is that? Because people like overstepping the line in the sand, right? People like kind of benefiting off of many people not having boundaries. You know what I'm saying? So when you draw that line in the sand and you stand firm on it, right? It's like chaos erupts, because it's like that is not is paradigm. It's like the is not has to manifest before the is. You are allowing people to violate your boundaries. You establish healthy boundaries with a person, and now it's friction, right? Because now it's requiring either you to fold, right, and violate your own boundaries, or it requires the other person to have to change their behavior. And, people don't particularly care for change and things. So Whether it's you establishing healthy boundaries or it's just you guys making a decision to go in a specific direction, the thing that's extremely important with this is that you don't allow dark distractions to pull you out of your position. Because it's almost like I can see a situation where, you know, I mean, and this could be a myriad of different things, y'all. This could be deciding to start a diet. And, you know, the friend that you go to buffets with, wow, a red cardinal just flew by my window. I don't know if that means anything to anybody. I forgot what cardinals are symbolic of. I have to look it up, but a little something throw out there. But anywho, but it could be a friend you always went to buffets with and things, right? And you decide to start this diet. You've been doing really good, you know, first 2 weeks of May, and all of a sudden this friend calls and is like, let's go to the Golden Corral. You know what I'm saying? And it's one of those things where maybe you were having a weak moment that day and you were thinking about, you know, cheating, and then this person calls. But the important thing is for you to stand your ground and not to fall into what it is that you just got out of, or the behaviors that are aligned with what it is that you just got out of. However, I will throw this little segue in here. False hope syndrome. This is something I talked about on the network during the lunar for the Aries new moon of when we're talking about implementing change into our life. You want to be careful how you implement changes, because it's very easy for us to fall into false hope syndrome. And false hope syndrome is why, you know, in the first of the year, when people do New Year's resolutions, and if you're a person who goes to the gym a lot, like false hope syndrome is why all the gyms get packed. And then around this time, it starts to dwindle back out, right? Because it's setting expectations too high, and one ends up getting discouraged. And it's more or less trying to make one big leap with goal setting, as opposed to, you know, tiny short-term goals that each build up to, you know, complete a long-term goal, you know? So that's something important to keep in mind, that with the changes you guys are making, with false hope syndrome, it's making sure that you're making, you're implementing change like one step at a time, and knowing that with change, falling off the bandwagon is a part of change. It's expected, right? But the key is making sure that you get back on track. Now, the next card that you guys have is the Temperance card, that is Sagittarius energy. So what I would say for you, Gemini, a couple of things. The full moon is in Sagittarius on the 26th of May, if I'm not mistaken. I feel like that day is going to be of utmost importance for you guys. And I would even backstep to the Scorpio full moon, which was on the 26th of April. That was like a big purge of the super moon. So it was like a big purge session that happened. And it's more or less releasing things that are no longer serving you. What I would say specifically for you guys, Gemini, especially with you guys being, you know, good old duality sign and things, is what is going to be important for you guys with the Sagittarius full moon is releasing things that are creating imbalances in your life, which really does go back to a thing of boundaries. It's more or less, Gemini, if I were to sum this up, this May is a month about you making yourself a priority and not feeling guilty for it, right? Because this kind of looks like the Gemini person that would resonate with this would be a person who has spent a great deal of their life allowing their life to be about everyone else but them, right? So this is a month about you getting to an even keel or balanced place within yourself and standing your ground and standing up for what you believe in. And it's so much stuff that's coming with this, dude, where this could get really, really deep. Not deep in like, you know, a metaphysical type of sense, but deep in like constructs, like stuff you'd be talking about in therapy. Because, and I just feel like I have to put this out as a disclaimer, when we talk about standing our ground, right? Or standing up for what we believe in, or, you know, you making your life about yourself. It's still a balance with that, because you don't want to go from one extreme to zero boundaries to now it's like you have 10-foot type boundaries. You know what I'm saying? So you want to find a happy balance between the two. And the key is reciprocity. It's what you're pouring into is also pouring back into you, and looking for that stasis and that lack of resistance in your experiences with other people. So I would say for you guys, big time, in the full moon in Sag would be a really good time for you guys to release any things in your life that don't reflect that reciprocity. And then keep in mind that on the 29th of May, we go into Mercury retrograde, and it's also in Gemini. So that's a really great time to kind of self-reflect. So I think it's beautiful this energy is coming up for you guys, because it's really saying more or less, because I always say that Mercury retrograde is a great time to really like kind of self-reflect. So when it comes to you guys creating this balance or establishing boundaries, or, you know, keeping up with the fitness journey or what have you, or, you know, even assertiveness, you know, implementing that into your life, Mercury retrograde would be a great time to really kind of reflect on those deeper dynamics that those facets of your life are connected to. Now, next card you guys have, look at that, is the 10 of Wands. And at the bottom of your deck, we have, come through Spirit, we have the 6 of Pentacles. So here's the thing, Gemini, this is literally like your coming out month, if you will. With the 10 of Wands, we're talking about you guys releasing burdens. So this is saying to me, a lot of what I was saying in the beginning is that the way that you guys have been journeying through your process up to this point, it's been you carrying a lot of stuff, like a lot of energetic burdens, if you will, that you were never supposed to carry. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like a, how do I want to say? It's not codependency. False responsibility. It's a lot of false responsibility, where it's a lot of other people's baggage and burdens and just issues and problems that other people have, that you have felt this false responsibility to carry for other people. And this month is really about you guys releasing all of that and only maintaining your own flame, right? And making yourself a priority. And at the bottom of the deck is the 6 of Pentacles. So that's speaking to that reciprocity that I was talking about. So rounding all of this up, Gemini, this month for you guys is all about balancing your twins and things. You know what I'm saying? That give and take, your masculine and feminine. And I think that's beautiful. And I think it's beautiful that you guys are igniting this, you know? It's you making yourself a priority, you choosing yourself first, which is the most important thing that set all of this into action, my friend. So congratulations on that, Gemini. So, Jim, that has been your soul session. I'm going over to my network to do your extended reading. So if you're about that life, follow me on over there. I think you guys saw my little thingamajig. I don't know where I'm pointing at. I think you guys saw my little thing back there, because I inserted like a little thing in here. That's offering you guys a free trial to the network. So that's in the description box below. Check it out. But follow me over there if you're about it, with your free trial or not, whatever. But until the next time, my friends, I love your face, and I will see you guys sooner than later.